Hey, it's Marin, and this is the weekly astrology and tarot forecast for February 16th through the 22nd of 2020. So we will start things out with the Tarot Celtic Cross spread. We will start using the Dark Angels Angeles Oscuros Tarot deck, my favorite, which is falling the fuck apart, but like, I just felt like bringing the drama today, and this is my personal deck that I really only use usually on myself, and it's a really honest deck. So we're gonna play with this today, and we will also afterwards look at the astrology for the week and round things out with the Oracle deck guidance for what we can leave this week with. So we'll start out first with the Celtic Cross spread, do some shuffling, and lay everything out. Ooh, okay, so overall, a lot of mixed things in this reading. I can just see off the top of my head right here. So starting out with the first card representing the overall situation at hand, we have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords deals with like a furious energy of getting things done. It can be a lot of like people problems, like sorting out social issues. So I think that there's some drama this week that we're getting a handle on. The complement cross card we have to this is the Seven of Cups reversed. So the Seven of Cups deals with being illusioned, or having hopes and fears that are not based in reality. The Seven of Cups reversed deals with directly realizing that you're not in touch with reality. Like neither inverted or upright is a clear picture, but we are disillusioned. We are realizing that we're probably realizing that we've been fooled by someone, and we're now sorting that out. The third card represents the potential for the situation, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So it's likely that we are not being someone who's doing the work, or the potential for this is that we are not actually getting things done that we need to get done around us in worldly matters, and we're like hung up around mental space and working things out when we could actually just focus on like what's in front of us and not try to unwind this social issue that might not be our lane. So the fourth card representing the unconscious reason for the reading is the Ten of Swords. So is like signifying a final legal decision, or something has been set in stone. I think that there's been a big final clause to something that has caused kind of unrest around people, like there was a big decision made that's led to drama. So the fifth card representing the recent past, we have the Sun reversed. The Sun reversed indicates not being seen, hiding ourselves, hiding our light. It could also mean that there was someone in the recent past who is shady or like not vibrant with authenticity. The sixth card represents the future, and we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands reversed, like it is here, deals with not having defense up or not being aware of needing to guard ourselves. So maybe we're not realizing that we are actually like in danger, or that we need to just protect ourselves before we go out invading others. The seventh card representing us in the situation is the Seven of Pentacles reversed, which makes sense because this card reversed is letting us know that like this is not the thing that's gonna manifest well. This is not the thing that's gonna lead anywhere constructive. This is realizing that this is an opportunity to lose. This is not an opportunity to gain, and that digging into this drama will be more draining than it is abundant. The eighth card represents our influences or environment around us, and we have the Empress reversed. So the Empress upright represents Venus, values, harmony, things coming into alignment and emotional resonance. It's desire manifested. This is indicating that around us, like our environment is not manifesting our desires, that the people around us are not conducive for us being in harmony. The ninth card represents our hopes and fears, and we have the Ace of Swords reversed. So the Ace of Swords reversed generally indicates that we are not in correct thinking, like there's a distortion in our thought, or that this is not a correct conclusion that we've drawn. So we need to realize that our hopes and our fears are not correct conclusions in the first place. So the 10th card represents the outcome, and we have the Two of Pentacles, which upright indicates juggling options. This means that nothing is happening. There's no juggling, there's no movement, there's stasis. So we're realizing that nothing good will come out of social bullshit. Like, we need to do our own thing, stay in our own lane, and even though we might be triggered by trolls or enraged by people around us, we need to realize that nothing good will actually come with fucking around. So with that being said, let's turn to the astrology for the week to see how this will all be laying out day by day. So starting out on Sunday the 16th, Mars will enter its exaltation in Capricorn. So it reminds us how we can be our most ambitious when we're most grounded, and that our assertive, fiery nature is best served when it's under practical control. Mars entering the exaltation in Capricorn is actually a really great thing collectively, because it'll let us have the fire beneath us in a way that is constructive and practical and building us up day by day. Mercury stationed retrograde in its exile and fall position in Pisces though, which brings mental initiation to a halt. So we do have to be wary about this situation. Has Mercury retrograde written all over it. Like, we're getting nowhere. Mercury retrograde in Pisces, may I add, which is the position not only of its exile but also of its fall. It's neither comfortable nor supported in Pisces. So communication at large, like, go within instead. That's written all over this week as well. The moon will trine Venus to reassure us that we do have some alignment within to be supportive of, and that night on Sunday there's a moon Mercury square, which brings this retrograde to start out with a miscommunicative bang. So definitely I think that this drama will be something coming across on Sunday that is a miscommunication, like social bullshit thing. On Monday the 17th, we're woken up by a moon-Neptune square to confuse and bewilder us. So we're like woken up with more confusion, yet more enragement, like, around this. And that's the only major aspect for Monday, which really is a signature of indicative of denial and of refusal to acknowledge the truth of the matter, because of fear of declaring emotions that are associated with that. So ease yourself into honesty, and if you can't manage to be honest, then don't manage anything at all. On Tuesday the 18th, the moon enters its exile in Capricorn and conjoins Mars, which highlights a sense of climbing the tall mountain of success alone, or being like, I am all here for myself, like, no one has my best interest, I am doing this alone, I am shutting down my emotional walls, I am, I'm done with this, and I'm leaving the comfort situation. So I think that even though we have best intentions, that there's a lot of planets, or there's the Mercury is in its exile and fall, the moon is in its fall, or it's in its exile. So just be wary of taking action from a point of not having all the best assets, or not being in a place of alignment that is constructive for you. Like, I wouldn't act right now. I would really go within and, like, not engage with the drama. I'm gonna be telling myself this because I can be dramatic. The moon will trine Uranus though, which encourages a sense of inspired newness along the way, so that there is an inspiration to act differently along there. But the moon conjoining the south node indicates immense tiredness and release, as the sun enters Pisces to bring forth this transitional season into springtime. So Tuesday, definitely a feeling of being drained by this dilemma. On Wednesday the 19th, the moon conjoins Jupiter in Pisces and sextiles Neptune, which activates this year-long transit of manifesting dreams through practical opportunity. So though the Capricorn moon is uncomfortable in the dry terrain of Saturn, this aspect inspires us to make use of the barren, clean, clear slate, even if that means completely leaving this wound up BS. On Thursday the 20th, the Jupiter-Neptune sextile goes exact, which reminds us that our hopes can increase in exponential accordance to the amount of dedication we're willing to put towards their manifestation. So remembering and thinking about if dealing with these trolls or this drama is towards our best interest in actualizing our dreams, and realizing that if we can't act in alignment right now, we can at least put our actions on hold until they are in alignment. The moon enters Aquarius to bring our attention towards reforming our reality, though a square to Uranus indicates instability amidst that restructuring, to where we don't have all the information or the grounding or the alignment right now to, like, make a logical social decision. On Friday the 21st, Mars trines Uranus and squares Chiron, which elevates us to act as the highest version of ourselves at that moment, even though we are very vulnerable in doing so. So nearing the end of the week, we are like, okay, I'm gonna act in my highest good, and that's really scary to not act out of fear and instead act out of love. Or it can be, it doesn't have to be, but it can be, and it's indicated as being so. The moon sextiles Venus to offer feelings of increased safety amidst the destabilizing courage that we're experiencing. Finally, on Saturday Saturday the 22nd, the Sun sextiles Uranus, which inspires our morning with opportunity to self-actualize in an upgraded sense, so that by Saturday we're realizing that like nothing good is going to come out of this and we need to leave the situation. We need to upgrade and end the chapter instead. The Moon sextiles Venus, the Moon is void in Aquarius until it glides into Pisces late that night, so expect Saturday to be fulfilled by unpredictable outcomes until after midnight, when the Moon does become much more transcendental and things ease up in a new chapter as we realize that nothing good is going to come out of engaging in bullshit. So let's pull some Work Your Light Oracle deck cards for a head, body, heart spread to get the full picture about guidance for this week. This is nice because these are cards I don't usually pull. So for the first card, for the head card, we have Protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. This makes so much sense. Just like mentally, we need to make sure that we aren't being tied up in thought forms and collective pendulums of bullshit. Like, we just need to protect our energy big time with where we're letting our mind run to this month. For the body card, we have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So creating a safe space physically where you feel grounded amidst this turbulent energy, we need to make sure that we are focusing on our grounding safety practices. Finally, for the heart, we have Minticon, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. This is making sure that we're tuning into the vibration of the heart to remember what our job was coming here. What is your job and what does not need to be hung up with you? Like, is this part of your ascension journey? Like, is this part of your ascension journey to get caught up in this? Okay, finally, let's pull a Law of Attraction card to end this with some nice Law of Attraction guidance. We have my inner being guides me through my emotions. While you are indeed a wondrous physical creator, you exist simultaneously in another dimension. There is part of you, your inner being, that exists in this physical body, and your guiding emotions are your physical indication of your relationship with your inner being. So especially when we're confused about what the actions are, we can just tune into our inner being, and if our inner being is confused, then we don't have to act at all. Like, you are not obligated to act a certain way ever. You are not obligated to feel a certain way ever. And if feeling a certain way is confusing, then you're not obligated to act out of that confusion. And this is not the week to try to solve things, because solving things is probably solving bullshit. We can step aside and return to our own light. So if you like this, I would love to read for you in an astrology reading. All my info is down below if you would like to get read for. All of my info for Life is down below as well. Rashi is a platform connecting spiritual practitioners with their ideal clients to facilitate healing. So if you are in the metaphysical community at all and you are looking for metaphysical services, Rashi is for you. All info down below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you in the next video.